and welcome to today's video. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. So today I wanted to talk about my bulk buying strategies and how I am saving money for my family when it comes to groceries and household staples. So the first thing that I do is I only bulk on things that I know we use often. So I like buying toiletries in bulk, cleaning products in bulk, and especially pantry staples. So those are the things that I typically bulk buy on. And I remember I did a grocery saving challenge and I shared how much I had spent that month. And I found questions like, how are you able to spend so little money when you are a household of 6? And that is why I thought to make this video today, so that I can show you the things that I do periodically whenever I see good deals. This is how I shop. Yes, I do my regular shopping after I have meal planned, but more especially, I am a person who is observant of the specials that they have in the stores, and I monitor prices. And I did a video talking about my price book, which I will link in the cards up above. So watch that video if you don't know how I use the price book, because the price book is what helps me to save the most money. Yes, you can bulk buy, but if you are bulk buying on high prices, then you're not really getting maximum savings you could possibly get. But when you wait for the prices to drop, then you're going to be able to buy bulks and then save a lot. Then investing that money once off will actually benefit you a whole lot more. So I'm going to turn you around and show you the things that I've bought and just explain my process as I'm showing you all these things. And I don't just do this for food, I do this for other things that I'm going to show you today as well. Some of the things that I've recently bought for my home. So starting off, I got 3 packs of these feminine products I got from Africa Cash and Carry. And then I got 6 of these Omo hand washing powders. These ones I didn't buy them with all these other things today. I bought them week or two ago from the ShopRite Big Red Sale. Like I said, what I'm trying to show you through this video is that I assess out the prices and then I will bulk where I see the best price. And then I went to Checkers and then I got the comforts. They were selling 3 for 110. So the Omo washing powders were going for 50 Rand. These sanitary towels were going for 30 Rand a pack. I bought 3. These ones I bought 6. And then this was going for 110 for 3 at Checkers Hyper. And then as you can see there, I bought also 2 3-liters of bleach, and I got 2 big containers of it from Checkers. They were 120. Then I like to just always have some wooden pegs on hand so that I don't run out. So these ones I typically buy them from Africa Cash and Carry. They are going for 4 Rand, and if you can go to the grocery stores, these ones are higher than that. So I usually buy them for like 4 Rand or 5 Rand at Africa Cash and Carry, but this time around they were 4 Rand. They are usually 5 Rand. And then I bought 2 of these 24 rolls, the Baby Soft. They were going for 2 for 2.99 from Checkers. And then I always go and buy Mac from Africa Cash and Carry. They always have the best price. I've checked in the grocery store, they never beat Cash and Carry. So this is the regular price. These were not on sale. That's the regular price that I got them for, which was 20 Rand a piece. So I ended up paying 100 Rand for this whole thing. And then I also got this from Africa Cash and Carry. These are the Dettol soaps, and then I always buy a pack. So the last time I went, I bought a pack of toothpaste. I don't have toothpaste here, so I have a pack of toothpaste. I think we've only used 1 or 2. And then these ones, I'm not happy. I didn't get these from the Big Red. That's where I usually buy them. So I just bought 2 now. They were going for 50 Rand. That is a sale, but that's not the best price because I go for the lowest price that I will find. The lowest price, I know it gets to 30 Rand. So I'm going to wait for the next sale, which is going to be towards Black Friday, that they will have, and then I'll buy a year's worth, because I typically buy a year's worth. And then here I bought cream relaxer for me and my kids because we do not go to the salon. That is why here you will see I bought a number of hair products, hair pieces, like my daughter does our hair. So I just buy all sorts of products. If I could show you my stash of the hair products that you have, you'll think that we have a salon, but we don't. We just do our hair from home, and my teenager is the one who plats us, and then all I need to do is just buy the things that she wants. So this time around, I wanna my next braids, I wanna do black, and she wanted to do this maroon color, and then I think I bought a brown as well because I tend to do the browns as well. So when it comes to the eggs, it's not a bulk buy. I just wanted those. I needed those for the week. And then also the milk, I was out of milk. They had a special at Checkers that I couldn't get. It was finished. So another thing that I got was these tea bags. This is 200 tea bags. I bought 2. This would definitely, this is going to last us. Because I also do have a couple of boxes in the pantry already. And then I also bought the rooibos, and this was going for 70 Rand. And just after buying this from Checkers, I saw another lady at Game buying this for almost 100 Rand. And just in the next shop, it was 70 Rand. It's amazing how much you will pay not knowing, just a store away, because you do not know, because you do not have the knowledge. And then I also bought Jacob's Gold. I'm the only one who drinks coffee in my house, so I still have the Nescafe Gold. This is just the backup because I saw that this was on sale and I thought, let me just try this. And then I also stocked up on some sugar, and then I stocked up on some water. Whenever I see water, I like to bulk on it so that I can have backup water in case we won't have any water. And then the sugar was going for 40 Rand at Game. So that is the stuff I managed to bulk on. And then I'm going to show you the other household products that I needed and I waited for them, and then I got them at the best price. Another item that I waited for and I was strategic about was this washing machine. So my washing machine broke. I wasn't planning on buying a washing machine, but my washing machine broke. So I had to just go and buy a new one. So this machine is the premium black machine. It's an 18 kg. It's a Hisense product. I usually buy a Hisense product because it's proudly South African. So I would like to just support companies that will grow our economy as well. So this washing machine was originally 10,000, and then I waited and I just did my research. And then last week, this machine went on sale at Game for 7,000. So immediately when I saw it on at Game, I wasn't even ready to buy it. One thing I liked about Game is that they have a lay-by option. So I went there on a Sunday, I remember. I just went there and then I lay-byed the machine because I needed to go back home and talk to my husband about us buying a machine. I wanted to lock the price because I knew that the special was ending on that Sunday. And then 6 days later, my husband and I went to pay the difference. But it was good that I did do the lay-by because the following week it went up with a 500 Rand. So I could have spent 500 Rand more if I bought it this week. So because I had gone and put something down so that I can lock the price, then I ended up getting this for 6,999, and that is how I saved my family 3,000 Rand by doing that as well. Another thing that I've been eyeing for quite some time is this iron. So I attend like a sewing school. So at the sewing school, these are the irons that they use. This iron is powerful. This iron is the best. The first time I used this iron, I was in awe of this iron. It's good. It doesn't burn clothes. It's called the Perfect Care Power Life. It's the GC 3920, and then this one you do not even have to set the temperature. It has an auto shut off. One thing I liked about it is that it has the auto shut off, so meaning to say when you're ironing and you just stop ironing for a while, it automatically switches off. And it's 100% safe even on delicate fabrics. So it irons each and every type of fabric. This iron is very nice. I think I'm just going to open it up and show it to you I was super impressed when I used this iron. So I've been eyeing it. When I came home, I even asked the teachers there what type of iron it was. I took pictures. I came home. I told my husband about it. I did some research, and the iron was going for 1,800. I was like, okay, fine. I don't think I'm ready to spend 1,800 on an iron. Let me just start eyeing this iron and seeing the sales cycle on this iron. I then saw it for 1.2. And I didn't buy it at 1.2. I kept on waiting. Finally, this iron went on sale on Amazon, and I just purchased it for 850. So can you imagine an iron? And this iron at home right now is going for 1,900. Look at that. This iron is very good. I've been using this for a couple of Saturdays when I go to sewing school. This is an iron of note. If I just saw it in the store, I wouldn't buy it. If I didn't know, if I've never used it, I wouldn't buy it because I don't think it's the colors that I would choose. But obviously I didn't buy it for aesthetic purposes. I bought it for the function of it. It's roughly a 2K iron. But I got it for 850 because I can wait for prices to drop. And then this one, it wasn't on sale. I just needed a pad for my ironing board. So it's not that padded anymore. So I want to add a pad to my iron. So I got this. And then I got myself a candle from Checkers. It wasn't on sale. I just wanted a candle. And I wanted this. But when it comes to this iron, this is the same process that I usually do when I buy things. So I use my price book, I monitor the prices, I look at the sales fluctuations, how often do they go on sale. So I look at the sales cycle, I look at how often it goes on sale, I wait for the best possible price. So the first time it goes on sale, I don't buy it, I wait for the price to drastically drop. So when the price drops at its lowest, then that's when I go in and I buy. So the key here is always to be a saver and always have money on hand so that when you do see these deals, you can grab them immediately. So here is the iron. I'm loving it. I'm going to use it a ton. I've used it before from the sewing school and I loved it. I was raving about it when the first thing that I came back home and told my husband about was this iron. So this is a total game changer. So I think I'm going to love ironing now. Well, I've got this beast of an iron. I'm sure I'm going to enjoy ironing. So I want to share with you all my bulk buying process. What do I do step by step? So the first thing that I usually do is I go in and take stock of what I already have in my home. And then I start to analyze, where am I running low? What are the things that I need to look out for? And these are my essentials. So it's anything that I need, that I use on an everyday basis, or it's something that is always going to be on my shopping list. So those are the things that I focus on. I don't focus on sweets. I don't focus on treats. Those are not the things that I'm strategizing to buy, but I usually strategize to buy the things that I know my household will need. So I'm going to share my screen and show you my Trello board, how then I take inventory and then how I keep track of the stock that I have in my home. This is my home management system on Trello. So I don't focus on the other lists. I focus mainly on the stockpile list. I go on and I click on the cleaning and toiletry inventory. So I check there. So as you can see, anything that has a 0 on it is something that I only have the one I'm using. I don't have a backup. So with the thick bleach, I only have one backup. With the handy Andy, I have one backup. The toilet sprays, I think I'm still looking good there. The furniture spray as well. The garbage bags, the washing powder. You see, I don't have any washing powder. And then the fabric softener, I have one. The toothpaste, I'm still good. Let me just show more. And that is how I usually do it. So I'll go on and focus mainly on the zeros. I'm focusing mainly on the zeros. And you're going to see even the things that I buy, I will focus my money, my budget, my bulk buying budget on getting the things that I know I am running low on, that I am eventually going to need. So this one is for the cleaning and toiletry inventory. This one is nice because if you're a beginner and when it comes to bulk buying, and maybe you're skeptical that maybe your food is going to go bad, or maybe there will be some waste in your home, this is the first place that you can start. You can start with your toiletries and your cleaning, and then start bulking there. And then once you start being comfortable with the process, then you can move along to the other things in your home. So I have that one separate. And then I also have one for pantry inventory. So I would also look at the one there and look at the things like right now I'm low on chia seeds, no syrups. Let me just update that one. The syrups, I know I have about 3 because I did bulk on that. And mind you, these syrups that I'm recording here are syrups that I once bought. I think they were having a clearance sale. Checkers or ShopRite, one of the two. I ended up buying 10 bottles of syrup, and this syrup has lasted me a year and a half. But make sure that you do check the expiry dates when you shop as well. And then I'll just look at the long life milk. I'm on 0. And so I update regularly. Just make sure that each and every time that you shop, I'm one where I keep my receipts. So whenever I sit with my receipts, maybe after my shopping trip, where usually I do my desk work, I've always stressed that a homemaker needs to have a desk and do your desk work. That is where you strategize. So when I do my desk work, where I'm tracking our spending, where I'm budgeting, maybe where I'm planning meals, I also sit down to then take stock of the things that we do have. And then from time to time, I will go to the places where I store those things, and then I will manually look at the things that we have. And then before I go on a shopping trip, or sometimes when I see something running, something running out, maybe in the fridge, I'll just make a note in my phone and just start writing a list. And that way I will refer to the list as well and see the things that I've already written down. Then I know those things that I'm finishing. Then those are the things that I'll also prioritize as well. So that is that. And then lastly is the freezer one. But I'm not going to focus on the freezer one because I know I don't have anything in my small freezer since the things got bad because of us moving and whatnot. So I'm going to do that 1 month end. Then if you want to know how I'm going to stock up my freezer, then let me know in the comment section down below. Then I'll take you along as well when I'm doing that one. So that is just step 1. Then after that, then I will go on to step 2. So step 2 is I'm going to look at what is happening in terms of what is on sale. I'm going to look at the leaflets. So for this one, I have an app on my phone to do that instead of just going everywhere. The app is called Prometheus. It's an orange looking app. And there I have, I've got my cash and carry. I can look at, okay, fine, what is on sale there. So I'll go through each and every store leaflet, and then I will go through and just check what are the things that I like. You see there, I can look through Checkers, I can look through ShopRite, I can look through each and every store really, and then I can start to look at what are the things that I will be needing and what are the things that I can buy. So obviously I already know what I'm looking for because I am also capitalizing on the zeros that I have on my inventory list. So I'm going to check if I can find those. But also as well, I'm looking at the things that I use on a regular basis. So even if it's not on a 0 yet, but it's on a 2, it's on a 3, and I see it's a really, really, really good price, then I will also consider bulking on that, because also it's also going to be dependent on the budget that I have and what I can really buy. So that one is Prometheus. This app, I'm going to show you. There's a lot of catalogs here, so you can check. I usually check Africa Cash and Carry. I also check the Food Lovers Market, and then I'll check Macro. And then I will also check Spar, ShopRite. I'll check Woolies as well. So you can view all the stores. Say I don't have a Checkers, so you can just check which one you want, and there's Checkers over there. I can search the shop that I want, and then I'm going to store it. So if you don't store it, it's not going to show on your stores, and if you store it, you're going to see it now in your stores. And then you can actually change to the address to the stores that you usually go to. So you can do that, and then it's only going to show you the specials in your area where you are. So it's important for you to do that step, and then just put in the shops, the addresses that where you are. Just put in the address of the stores that you usually frequent, and then from there then you can see the specials that are running each week or according to their sales cycle. And then from there, you can be able to decide what you're going to buy. So that one is Prometheus. After that, I will then go on and create a list. So I will have a list per store. And what I do is I will write the brand, what I'm going to buy, and the price. So that when I get to the store, I'm not confused. I'm not buying things that that are not consistent with what I saw on the specials. So I make sure that I have my own list. And then I've got a macro list there, I've got a Checkers list. And then within the Checkers list, I've got some other things that I saw maybe from ShopRite, because I mean ShopRite and Checkers, they are one. So sometimes even the prices, they overlap. So I will do a Checkers and a ShopRite list in one. And then when I get to Checkers, if I don't see that it's the same price, then I won't buy it. And then I will then go to a ShopRite. And remember, I'm not going to go store to store wasting petrol. I'm going to select a place where I know the shops that I want to go to, they maybe have that, or it's the same route. So it's not me going there and there and there and there, because that is also a waste of time, a waste of petrol. So I want to go to a place where I can find all of them in there, and then I can go and grab each and everything that I need from there. Like for instance, if I go to maybe Centurion, I know on my way there I can pass by the macro, and then I go to Centurion Mall. Centurion Mall has a ShopRite. It also has a Checkers. It also has a Woolies. So I can then focus my attention on those stores, right? And then if I don't want to go that far, then for regular specials, if I'm going to just grab one thing, then I will look at the complexes that I just stay around. And then those are the ones that I'm going to focus on. If I'm just seeing one thing and I just want to bulk on one thing, then I will go to the shop closest to me, and then I will go and buy them. And I will make sure that I pair it with maybe a trip that I was going to make anyways, so that it's not going to be me just going there for that thing and then it just messes up my routine. And the nice part, now we have 60/60. So some of the things I do order off 60/60. Sometimes if they do allow you, because sometimes the special, they don't allow you to buy them there, and they don't allow you to buy the quantity that you want. So that's another thing that I do. And then my fourth step, which I think is supposed to be step number one, or the most important step, because if you don't save money, then how are you going to capitalize on these deals? So the one rule that I always live by, I always save money. I always put away money so that when opportunities come, I can grab them. Just like how I was able to get my iron. I've been eyeing that iron. And from the time I decide that I want something, I then vigorously put my money towards that. So I'm preparing myself for when that thing will appear, so that it doesn't catch me off guard. And then I do the same as well, just put money away. That is how I was able to buy the washing machine even when it broke. And I was able to save 3,000 Rand from that machine. I was able to save, how much did I save on the iron? If I bought the iron at home, then I would have I've saved 1,050 Rand, because I got the iron for 850 and it's going for 1,900 at home. So that's the most important thing. Put away money. But don't also shy away from stockpiling little by little each and every single month, just focusing on one item. That's how I also started when I started bulk buying, when I didn't have a bigger budget. What I would do is that this month, if I see toothpaste on sale, then I would just go and tithe my grocery budget. So if my budget is 5,000, I will take 10% of that budget, which is 500 rand. Then I would use my 500 rand to buy bulks. And then I will do that repeatedly each and every single month. And I realized by the time, if you start in Jan, by the time it's December, you're going to realize the impact of just buying one thing in bulk each and every single month, because by the end of the year, you're going to have a growing pantry. So don't also despise humble beginnings. You can do a lot with a little if you set your mind to it. Okay, and then lastly, when I do go and shop, I then make sure that I buy enough to last me the next sales cycle. If I can't buy for the whole year, so at some point you are going to have the knowledge of when the next sales cycle is going to be. But now I'm preparing for the next sales cycles when it comes to petroleum jelly for my kids, because I know we need a lot of that. And generally I like buying that because it's something that doesn't even go bad. I like buying the whole year's worth in one go, so I don't buy little by little when it comes to that. But like you saw at the sale that I got recently, where the petroleum jelly was just 50 rand, I only bought 3. I showed 2 in the haul, but the one was, we were already using the other one, so it shows how much we needed that. But the just before this, I had bought enough for, it actually lasted us 18 months because of how much I had bought. I'm already waiting for the next one that is coming up, and I'm gearing up for that so that I can buy the whole year's worth. And then another thing that is also good to do is also just communicate with the people at the stores, build relationships with the people at the stores, because they're also going to give you some valuable insight on what is happening, when the sales are going to be, if there are any changes, they're going to let you know. If there's something also happening, if the store is closing down, or there's a branch that is closing down and that are doing markdowns, they will let you know. So just also have an open mind, be kind, and have a conversation with the people that work at the stores. You may never know what relationships would come out of that. So that is it from me. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. Hopefully you had some wonderful tips that you're going to take away so that you can also build your pantry, and make sure that you bulk buy and at the best possible price, so that you can bulk buy the right way and not waste your money. Thank you so much. Let me know what was your takeaway from this video in the comment section down below. Till next time, God bless.